Okay, so I am doing some intense processing. I feel like the only way I can keep going right now is to just, the only way out is through. And the only way I know how to process is art, creation, just creation. So whether it's writing or poems, I've been looking at my dolls real weird lately. I think I'm gonna go a little sit on them, do a little frunken dolling. Um, yeah, I there's a lot of people talking about Octavia Butler and the parables and how it's right now, prophecy and all of that. And yes, absolutely recognize it. And it's a call to action, right? The gift, for me at least, of the way that the book changed me was helped me put into words something that it was very at the core of my existence, that helped me live beyond wanting to, beyond understanding why. Yeah, I had these just moments where just being gathered, humbled, and also being set right? Um, Releasing the shit that's weighing me down. To paraphrase a Toni Morrison. And I've had one of the things that I find fascinating. Larry, I live in Philadelphia. There is a garbage strike happening right now, and it's a black woman mayor who has she is standing 10 toes down on her refusal to pay the people who do the dirty jobs, right? The sanitation, road people, the people who pick up the bodies. What else? I'm in my Vimbo era, and I don't know words all the time. But you know what I mean. Oh, 911 people, the dispatch people. So all of these people are requesting somewhere between, I think they were requesting an 8% cost of living raise. Something, I'm not good at specifics, but you can look it up. There's news, whatever. It's everywhere. Basically, it comes down to a workforce that is made up of mostly black and brown people. And I would honestly say that, just because I have a decent familiarity with how systems of oppression work and how hierarchies work. And so the people who are willing and or relegated to these jobs that expose them to hazardous materials, all of the different pathogens. These are tough, awful, not awful, but dangerous. These are very, very dangerous jobs, but extremely necessary, right? And so necessary that this woman, this mayor, took them to court, took the dispatch, the 911 dispatch operators, like 300 of them, to court, and a judge actually ordered the workers to go to work. And I just was like, oh, she done messed up. This is not going to end the way that she intended it to end, because nothing says you need to pay me what I'm worth than having a judge like saying you are so essential you can't not come to work, right? And again, I see everything through the lens of reparations. Reparations, to me, there is no dollar amount at this point. I think I know that I'm moving beyond money. I know there's something. The dollar doesn't mean what we're taught it means. And so since I've learned that, and since I've been processing that, I've noticed that I don't have real access to money anymore. And it's like, I'm kind of fine with that, because if the dollar isn't backed by gold or something that is, something that is agreed upon worth, then why would I participate in this particular story? What's in it for me? I can really just ask myself, what are the specific things that I need to do that I have put a dollar amount to, and focus on that, rather than, because when I say, oh, I need X amount of money or this amount of money, because I know that the dollar doesn't mean anything, basically I know that I'm asking for nothing. And so it's kind of stressful. And also it's insulting on an ancestral level then to be like, hey, you survived the unthinkable and produced me, and here I am doing these things, and I am, telling folks, basically selling indulgences, where it's like, but at least that stuff is backed by gold. Basically, there's a point when I knew I couldn't work anymore, because there was really no amount of money or being housed or having any sort of sense of safety that I had that would, that would make being able to be in spaces where people had not reckoned with America's original wound, or whatever. It's gone septic. It's shit's real. So anyway, where was I going? Why was I talking about this? Oh, I'm talking about this because so many things. I started a few months ago. I returned to my practice, my yoga practice, and I have been just noticing what my lived experience is, what my reality is, just how it's going, right? And over the course of that, I got a scholarship for a burlesque act development course. I did that, completed that. I am a trained burlesque performer. I have an entire act I made costumes. I made drawers out of a sequin dress. And it was great because it was like a community effort. You know, all these people shared with me. And I felt, people talk about soul reclamation, and I think people charge people for like, hey, get your power back, get your soul, and that stuff is a scam. Yeah, getting your soul back, or like calling parts of yourself that you forgot or have died, or there's ways to make it safe again. There's ways to reabsorb them. But it's very, very hard, and it's not really fun, and it involves facing really uncomfortable, hard truths, and having really uncomfortable conversations with yourself, and also really taking stock of what is important to me in my life. What do I need? What is important to me? What is my duty? What is my job? What is my, why do I think I was born? Like, what is alive in me that needs to be expressed? And then express it and let it move through you. And a lot of that for me is making peace with death. Like, that's just, and it's a practice that I keep coming back on to. This is going to be an extremely long video. I think I'm going to end up putting this on YouTube, honestly. So I guess I'm just going to stop. I'm going to make a note. I'm just going to do all of this in real time. Because I feel like someone could be very lonely and just watch this and be like, oh my gosh, what a delightfully chaotic being. And I'd be like, you have no idea. Like, if it's fun to look at me, imagine how fun it is to be me. But also, it's really hard. Look, I deserve to be this delightful and whimsical. And I think I just had an encounter with someone who does not have the range for me. And they got really sensitive about blah, blah, blah. And she was all in her feelings and just like carrying out. And I had to be really blunt and be like, look, it's not personal. I don't know if I said it wasn't personal, but I'm making this to be like, hey, it's really not personal. It's just real. I grew up and cut my teeth on British and European comedy. And one of the things that always strikes me is how 90% of the jokes are, or at least back in the day, were like jokes around nationality or jokes around ethnicity or jokes around gender, right? And how, to me, as a Black American person who also had some sort of frame of reference for Europe, I thought it was funny because, to me, it seemed like the nitpickiest of nitpicky, because all of the people looked the same. They sounded different, absolutely, but visually they were all white, but after a while I learned kind of how to see in that way. But also, this isn't what I was trying to do. What I was trying to do is be like, hi, my name is Sybil. Sybil writes. Oh, I've had that name for a long time. It's going to be my, video name. My burlesque name is LaRue Q. But this particular persona is civil rights. It's just, the destiny of it is draggier. Welcome to the channel that I started 12 years ago. And this is probably the first actual video in a very long time that I've made specifically for this channel. So I'm really excited about that. And the reason why I'm making the video is I'm having one of those days where I want to be perceived. And I want to be perceived, but it isn't feasible for me to go outside. I also have been hanging out in my room, making little videos, or like actually writing little things. And also I just came up with, I have the greatest outfit on today. Okay, look at this shirt. Like, hello, these are my little shorts, but like, look at that, right? It says juicy fruit. But what I wore today was this juicy fruit thing with these pants and their bell bottoms, and I have these cowboy boots that I got from Torrid like 8 years ago. So like, they're really weathered and they're starting to get like a little hole, so they're perfect. Yeah, I finally, it's really random. Like, I don't know if this happens to people. I'm going to get back to what I was talking about. Because I think I remember what I was talking, what was I talking about, sad face? This is my cat. He's beautiful. God, what was I talking about? Hang on. I gotta look at it and see.